New TSA medication rules for 2026 you must know. This matters because one of the most surprising changes happening right now is how quietly these new screening updates are rolling into airports. Seniors who travel with daily medication might not notice anything at first, until an officer suddenly asks them to step aside. After 60, something subtle happens. Travel becomes less about speed and more about feeling steady and prepared, and even a small delay can feel like a big disruption. That's exactly what happened to 72-year-old Emeric Halden, an Air Force veteran who's been flying the same simple, reliable way for years. He packs neatly, moves calmly, and trusts the routine. But one moment at security instantly told him things had shifted. An agent paused, looked at his medication bag, and kindly asked him to wait. He hadn't broken a rule. The rules had simply changed around him without thinking to warn travelers like him. Here's the secret. Knowing these updates ahead of time makes every trip smoother and less stressful. Tap like so more seniors stay informed, and subscribe to Senior Travel Adventures, because the goal is to help you travel with confidence, comfort, and peace of mind. Rule 1. Keep every medication in your carry-on. Always keep your prescription and daily medications in your carry-on bag, right beside you, where your hands can reach them without thinking. After 60, something subtle happens. We depend more on rhythm and routine, and knowing your next dose is exactly where it should be instantly makes you feel steadier. When medication goes into checked luggage, you're trusting a luggage cart, a conveyor belt, and a stranger with something your body relies on. One misplaced suitcase can throw off your entire day, and the worry alone can make your whole trip feel shaky before it even starts. Here's the secret. When your medicine stays with you, your confidence travels with you too. Think of your carry-on as your lifeline bag. A soft zip pouch about 7 or 8 inches wide fits naturally in the front pocket of most backpacks or rolling bags, so you can reach it instantly without digging. Choose a color that stands out, something bright, warm, or familiar, because the goal is quick access, not fumbling while people wait behind you in line. If you use pill organizers, slip them into a small clear bag so everything stays together and easy for TSA to see. This simple setup helps you glide through screening without that rushed, pressured feeling that can be so uncomfortable after 60. As we age, we start valuing peace of mind more than anything. Keeping your medications close gives you that steady feeling of control, even when the airport is busy or confusing. It reassures you that no matter what delays or gate changes pop up, the things you depend on are safe, organized, and right at your side. When your medications stay in your carry-on, the entire journey feels calmer, smoother, and far more manageable. Rule 2. Respect the 12-ounce powder screening line. Any powdered medication or supplement larger than 12 ounces will be pulled aside for extra screening, and after 60, that kind of slowdown can instantly raise your stress. One of the most confusing things for seniors is that powders don't look suspicious. They look like nutrition shakes, electrolyte mixes, or the fiber supplements many of us use every morning without thinking. But if the container is bigger than the size of a soda can, TSA naturally treats it like something that needs a closer look. Here's the secret. The smaller the container, the smoother your trip feels. As we age, something subtle happens. We start valuing calm, steady moments over chaos, especially in busy places like airports. So if you use powdered supplements or powdered medication, pour what you need into a travel-friendly container, something around 4 to 6 ounces. The goal is to keep it small enough to slip easily into a side pocket, where you can reach it instantly and where TSA can see it without question. A clear container works best because it shows officers exactly what's inside, and that simple choice can keep you moving forward instead of being pulled aside. Think of this rule like choosing clothing that layers comfortably. It's about making your journey feel lighter. A little container means fewer questions, fewer stops, and fewer awkward moments where you feel like you're holding up the line. After 60, travel becomes less about rushing and more about staying comfortable and in control. When your powders stay under that 12-ounce line, you glide through security with more ease, more confidence, and a sense that everything is flowing the way it should. Rule 3. Follow the new CT scanner requirements when asked. When an airport uses the new 3D CT scanners, TSA may ask you to leave your medications right inside your bag, and at older checkpoints they may ask you to take them out. It can feel confusing, especially after 60, because something subtle happens. we get used to routine. We naturally build habits that help us feel steady. And when the routine suddenly shifts, even for a small moment, it can instantly make the line feel louder, faster, and more overwhelming than it really is. Here's the secret: you're not doing anything wrong. The machines are simply different from airport to airport, and your job is only to follow the officer's instructions, not to predict them. Think of these scanners like different traffic lights. One airport waves you through, bag closed, no problem. Another wants everything opened and laid out. The goal is to make this moment feel easier on your body and your mind, so pack your medications where they sit right on top of your carry-on, maybe in a small 6 to 8-inch pouch that you can lift out gently if asked. Choose a soft, flexible pouch that doesn't fight you. When you set it on the belt, it feels smooth and natural, like taking your wallet out of your pocket. As we age, bending, reaching, and rearranging bags in a crowded space can be one of the most stressful parts of travel. Keeping your medications accessible reduces strain on your back and shoulders and helps you stay calm when instructions change. And when a TSA officer tells you, "Leave it in the bag," or "Take it out for me," you can respond instantly, without digging or feeling rushed. Here's what many seniors don't realize: following scanner instructions isn't about technology, it's about protecting your comfort. When you stay ready for either version, the entire moment feels simpler, quicker, and much more in your control. Rule 4. Present frozen cold packs only. If you travel with insulin or any medication that needs to stay cool, your cold pack has to be completely frozen when you reach security. After 60, something subtle happens. We depend more on steady routines, and even a small change can instantly make the whole airport feel louder and more stressful. A pack that's already turning soft can naturally make you worry about your medication warming up or being questioned by TSA. Here's the secret: when that pack feels firm, like a solid piece of ice, it usually glides through the checkpoint without a single pause. Freeze it overnight, not just for a few hours. You want the cold to reach the center, not just the outside. Slip the frozen pack into a small soft cooler, something around 8 to 10 inches wide, and place it right at the top of your bag. The goal is simple: you should be able to lift it out gently without bending too far or digging under clothes. As we age, movements like bending or twisting in a crowded line can throw off balance or strain the back, so keeping the cold pack accessible protects both your medication and your comfort. Naturally, a fully frozen pack makes the whole screening moment feel calmer. Officers see it, recognize it, and usually wave you through. No squeezing, no extra questions, no delay. And that smooth moment sets the tone for the rest of your trip. When your medication stays cool and your bag moves through security without any drama, you feel more grounded, more confident, and more in control of your travel day, exactly the feeling every senior deserves when they're on the move. Rule 5. Carry a clear medication list for quick verification. Bring a simple one-page list of your medications, the kind you can pull out instantly without thinking. After 60, something subtle happens. Our minds appreciate clarity more than clutter, and having everything written in one place removes that sudden panic when someone asks, "What is this one for?" Here's the secret: TSA isn't trying to quiz you. They just want to match what they see with what you already know, and a clean, easy list naturally speeds up the moment. Make the list simple: the medication name, the dose, and why you take it. Keep it on a sheet no bigger than half a page so it slips easily into your passport wallet or the inside pocket of your carry-on. The goal is to make it readable at a glance: large text, dark ink, nothing cramped or confusing. As we age, tiny print and tiny bottles can feel frustrating, especially in a noisy line with people waiting behind us. This list becomes your calm in the middle of all that movement. Think of it like carrying a small map of your health. One of the most comforting feelings during travel is knowing you won't be caught off guard. If an officer asks about a bottle or a pill organizer, you can hand them the paper instantly, naturally, without fumbling or trying to remember details under pressure. And emotionally, that matters. It keeps your heart steady and your confidence intact. A medication list also protects you beyond TSA. If a flight is delayed, if a bag shifts, if someone needs to help you, everything they need to know is right there. After 60, peace of mind isn't a luxury, it's part of the journey. And this tiny sheet of paper makes the entire travel experience feel smoother, safer, and completely in your control. Rule 6. Use only clear, readable labels. Faded or peeling labels can slow you down at security, especially when an officer has to pause and figure out what you're carrying. After 60, something subtle happens. We depend more on clarity and predictability to feel steady, and even a brief stop at the checkpoint can instantly make your heart beat a little faster. Here's the secret. When your medication labels are clean, sharp, and easy to read, the entire moment becomes smoother, calmer, and much more comfortable for you. Think of your medication label as a tiny introduction. If it's smudged, handwritten, or curling at the corners, it creates confusion, and confusion invites questions you don't need. A fresh pharmacy label or a simple printout instantly clears that fog. Most pharmacies will reprint a label without thinking twice, and you can tape it neatly onto a small 3 or 4-inch bottle that fits naturally inside your carry-on. The goal is to make everything look organized at a glance, not perfect, just clear enough that TSA can read the name without squinting. As we age, our hands may shake a little, or our eyes may take longer to focus under harsh airport lighting. Fumbling with worn labels can make you feel flustered, especially when people are lined up behind you. But a clean label naturally takes away that pressure. You reach into your bag, lift the bottle smoothly, and show it with confidence. There's no embarrassment, no back and forth, no feeling of holding anyone up. And emotionally, this makes a huge difference. A readable label keeps officers from stopping you, keeps the line moving, and keeps your mind calm. It gives you that small but powerful sense of control, the feeling that everything is in order and you're ready for the journey ahead. After 60, comfort matters just as much as convenience, and clear labels give you both in the easiest, most natural way. Rule 7. Request TSA Cares assistance when needed. If you want extra time, a little privacy, or gentle help with medical items, you can contact TSA Cares before your trip. After 60, something subtle happens. Crowds feel bigger, lines feel faster, and instructions can feel rushed even when people mean well. One of the most comforting things you can do is simply give yourself support before you even get to the airport. Here's the secret. TSA Cares is there to slow the moment down for you, so you never feel pushed, watched, or overwhelmed. When you call, they naturally set up a guide who meets you at the checkpoint. It's not dramatic or complicated, just a friendly person who walks with you, explains what will happen, and gives you space to breathe. The goal is to help you move through security without that tight feeling in your chest. If bending, lifting, or unpacking items is tough for your back, they'll help with that too. Many seniors choose a lightweight crossbody pouch, about 8 to 10 inches wide, to carry medication or documents, because it keeps everything close to the body without straining the shoulders. Little choices like that make the whole experience smoother. As we age, we deserve patience. That's really what TSA Cares provides. Patience in a place that usually feels rushed. They won't hurry you, and they won't make you feel like you're in the way. You move at your pace, naturally and confidently, instead of feeling like you need to keep up with younger travelers. And emotionally, that matters more than people realize. It instantly calms the noise of the airport and makes you feel safer, steadier, and more in control of your day. Using TSA Cares doesn't mean you can't travel on your own. It simply means you're choosing the path that protects your energy. After 60, that's one of the most empowering decisions you can make. You start your trip feeling supported instead of stressed, and that feeling follows you all the way to your destination. Rule 8. Follow your destination's medication restrictions when leaving the US. When you're traveling internationally, every country has its own rules about what medications they allow, and some will quietly restrict things that feel completely normal here in the US. After 60, something subtle happens. Our medicines become part of our daily rhythm, and the thought of losing them at a foreign border can instantly bring on worry. Here's the secret. Checking your destination's rules ahead of time turns that fear into calm. It lets you move through customs naturally, without thinking too hard, because you already know you're safe. Some countries question strong pain relievers, sleep aids, inhalers, or anything they consider controlled. You don't want to land after a long flight only to realize a medication you rely on isn't allowed in their country. The goal is simple: protect your comfort and routine. Keep your medications in their original bottles with clear labels, and place a small doctor's note or pharmacy printout beside them in a soft 6 or 7-inch pouch that sits right at the top of your carry-on. As we age, long travel days can feel heavier, and uncertainty only makes them harder. When you prepare for another country's rules, you instantly remove that extra stress. You step off the plane confident and steady, ready to enjoy the new place instead of worrying about paperwork or questions. This isn't about restriction, it's about independence. After 60, there's nothing more empowering than knowing you can still explore the world safely and completely on your terms. But the most important change of 2026 isn't about medications at all, it's about how your carry-on bag will be scanned at every major US airport. And here's the secret. This shift will affect every senior traveler, even the ones who feel they've mastered airport routines. After 60, something subtle happens. We rely more on rhythm, on knowing what comes next, and when that rhythm changes without warning, it can instantly unsettle even the calmest traveler. Most people have no idea this new scanning system is coming, and naturally, the first time they meet it will be right there at the conveyor belt, with no time to adjust. That's why staying ahead of this change gives you a quiet kind of confidence that almost feels like getting a step-by-step guide before the rest of the world sees it. Emeric didn't do anything wrong that day. He simply didn't know what had changed around him, the way so many of us don't when new rules slide in quietly. But once he understood these updated guidelines, everything shifted. His next trip was calm and quick, the kind of day where you walk through security without thinking, your shoulders naturally relaxed, your breathing steady. And that's the goal after 60, not just to get from one place to another, but to feel in control while you do it. One of the most reassuring feelings in travel is knowing you're prepared, and that's exactly what Emeric gained, a sense of ease that stayed with him long after the flight took off. If this helped you feel more prepared, tap like so this information reaches other seniors who deserve the same peace of mind. Share it with a friend over 60 who travels with medications, because knowledge shared becomes confidence multiplied. And subscribe to Senior Travel Adventures, because the next video reveals the biggest airport change seniors will face in 2026, and you won't want to miss it. The goal is to keep you traveling with comfort, clarity, and that steady feeling of "I've got this" every single time you step into an airport.